Like I say again, it'll be the worst move the Lakers ever did in their life, and they'll never win another championship. Guaranteed.
I agree. So they're going to regret this trade?
They're going to regret it. I'm going to have fun with it. Because I told y'all it was crashing down. Now it completely crashed, but at least my son got off the boat before the thing exploded. I gave him a chance. You can rewind it and go back, and I said, if you get the 3 Ball brothers, you're going to survive this. You let them go, boy, it's going to be a cold day in hell.
Well, you never wonder where LaVar Ball stands, I'll say that. Shannon, what did you make of this?
He's upset, and this is the response that we expected from LaVar Ball. I don't understand why he's upset, Skip. Remember when he was out here and we tried to explain to him why Lonzo would be upset that someone took $1.5 million. Well, he still has his family.
Oh, he stole it.
Yeah, he stole the money from him. And LaVar was like, I tried to explain to him, there is no reason to have emotion. There's no reason to be upset. So I'm trying to figure out, if Lonzo still has his family, he's still balling, he still can eat, why is LaVar upset? Oh, okay, it sounded good. Oh, I'm hard, I don't have emotion. Skip, this is natural. I'm not surprised that he's disappointed that his son is traded, but the way he viewed his son was irrationally high. The way the Lakers viewed his son is expendable.
Okay.
That's why he was included in the trade. That's why his name always came up. Now, that might be twofold, Skip. Maybe every time they would broach the subject, maybe some other team says, we want Lonzo. That's a good thing. But it's also the Lakers had no problem, gave them no pushback. They never said one time, nah, Lonzo will not be included in any trades. They was gladly, willingly glad to give him up. Skip, the thing is, let's be real. Lonzo is a flawed offensive player currently. His ability to shoot free throws, his ability to consistently make outside shots, make him a very flawed player. Now, those are things that maybe over time you work and you can get better at. I never understood his dad telling us, oh, I can teach Lonzo how to be an 85% free throw shooter. Well, why the hell don't you? I can teach him how to be this good a three-pointer. Well, then why don't you? Well, I ain't helping Luke. Skip, that made no sense to me. But you and I both know, from the very beginning, he said a lot of things, and I'm not so sure that if his name was Lonzo Johnson, he'd win the #2 pick in the draft. But his dad hyped him up. His dad wrote checks that Lonzo at this present time can't cash, and he was included in the trade. But the response that we got from LaVar is what we expected to get from LaVar. I just wish, hopefully, Lonzo gets healthy, he finds his niche, and he plays to the level that you think he can play.
He will. Before I address each of the points LaVar made in this interview, I want to go big picture. Saturday, you will look back and say, was the best day of Lonzo Ball's life, because it did set him free from the most pressure and expectation that has ever been overheaped on any 18-year-old ever coming out of college. I realize LeBron had a lot of pressure on him, but it wasn't like this pressure because he didn't have a hype man, a hype artist saying he's immediately going to be better than Steph Curry or whoever you want to throw out there.
He's better than Russell.
Yeah, everybody. And the target on this kid's back, and he's a good kid. I think he has a toughness to him, but I think he got completely overwhelmed by Magic Johnson saying one day #2 will be raised, and this is the good #2, that Lonzo's #2 will be raised into the Laker rafters.
So Lonzo
that was
had
at the
two
press
hype
conference, I'd say, because that's if Magic Johnson puts that target on your back, and then your father is just hyping and like crazy hyping, like insanely hyping you to the point that Patrick Beverley on opening night just destroys the poor kid and keeps pointing to the father in the stands. It's your fault. This is about you, LaVar.
Yes.
Well, how do you overcome that as a rookie point guard? Point guard's the hardest position to learn, to transition to,
Right.
and to have that burden on your back every night and then try to learn how to play with LeBron. They're not a great fit. I thought they played together pretty well, but again, they play the same position. LeBron is at his best, at his greatest, when he is bringing the ball up the floor and orchestrating. He was born to do that. He's still the best passer in basketball. He's still the best three-point passer to snipers and marksmen, and they didn't have many last year, obviously. But
any.
Well, Kuzma would make some occasionally, and then KCP would make some occasionally, and then they get Reggie Bullock, and he made a couple here and there. I don't know, but it wasn't what I thought it was going to be, or you thought it was going to be. But again, that was untapped potential of LeBron last year, because he can see over a defense at 6'9" and throw skip passes completely across to wide open snipers. That's how they played in Cleveland, and they weren't able to do that.
And Miami.
Okay, and in Miami. So again, Lonzo, LeBron, not the best mix, but they're both so high IQ that they figured it out together. And I think they kind of vibed off each other and enjoyed playing.
Right.
And I'm going to say this again. Lonzo made some big threes last year.
He did.
Under clutch pressure, when you got to make it, he's good at got to make it threes. Okay, so now, the one thing I've learned about LaVar Ball, you can laugh and scoff all you want, but it's hard to know when the bluster stops and the insight starts, because there is some insight from him, and he has made predictions sitting right here on this show that made you just open your eyes, such as, well, Magic's just the figurehead now.
Right.
He is? We said that, 3 months ago on the show?
Before it actually proven to be true.
It was proven to be true. Well, so are there things in here that might be close to the truth, if not the truth? Yeah, because LaVar he's a shrewd operator, but he has depth to him. And if you will listen, if you can cut through all the BS part and get to the truth, there's a lot of truth. Now, is he just mad that his son got traded out from under him? Yeah. And again, the biggest impact, that my biggest takeaway from this interview is now Lonzo gets to go all the way. I don't know how far is New Orleans from here? Is it 2,000 miles? I don't know, 1,500 miles?
4-hour plane ride.
Okay, 4-hour plane ride from here. It's a long ways from here. Well, now, will LaVar be at as many Lonzo games next year as he would be in L.A.? No. And maybe it'll be good for the kid just to break free and get out from under it. And it's not his hometown per se, but it's his home area, Chino Hills, just outside of L.A. Get out from under this. There's no more magic. There's no more pressure. You can start fresh. I like Alvin Gentry. I think he's good with kids. He'll teach him a lot of things that he hasn't quite learned yet. So, again, my biggest takeaway, I think LaVar is onto something here. I think the Lakers will forever regret trading this kid. And again, if you prove me wrong, if they win a championship in the next 2 years, because I think 2 is all, even you agree, that's all that LeBron's got left at an MVP caliber level. 2 more good years.
To be a top 10 player at year, Skip, because you're 17, 18, to be even a top 10 player at year 19, Skip, that would be unprecedented.
Yep. Hey, this kid is gifted. He's got things you can't coach, you can't teach, and you're going to see them more fully realized now in New Orleans.
If you don't mind me asking, I'll ask you the same thing I would ask LaVar Ball if he was sitting here. Are the Lakers better on Saturday, or were they better on Friday?
Well, obviously, right here and now, if you add a proven star like Anthony Davis, you're a little bit better.
So what's he complaining about? So what's the hullabaloo about?
Okay.
Because he's talking crazy.
Okay. He's saying that they have completely crashed, and as an organization, I think they have completely crashed.
No, they were headed full speed ahead. Okay. But I think there's somebody right at the wheel. I don't know who's driving. I don't know if it's Linda Rambus, if it's Kurt Rambus, if it's Jeannie Buss, if it's Rob Pelinka. But all I know is somebody corrected it. They didn't overcorrect it, because sometimes, Skip, you're skidding off the road. I don't know if you've ever been to driving class, but they say never jerk the wheel, never snatch it. You ease. I gotta handle that thing. Shannon Sharpe, we drive a car, that's Skip. What? But anyway, somebody didn't overcorrect it, because they could have overcorrected it and the same outcome would have happened. They corrected it just enough. They landed Anthony Davis. Even if he takes this $4 million trade exception, Skip, they still have $23 million. You can buy a lot of good auxiliary pieces with 20. Because look here, you keep saying 3 guys, you need 3 superstars. Nuh-uh. Toronto just showed you that you didn't. The Toronto Raptors just showed you get your 1 superstar and you get some role players to play exceptionally well in a given game, you can bring home the title. Not only do we have 1 superstar, we got 2. I believe we have 2 of the top 5 players in the NBA currently going.
Kyle Lowry made 5 All-Star teams.
Is he a superstar?
Gasol is the defensive player of the year and an All-Star.
Is he a superstar? No, he's not. Kyle Lowry, let me ask you a question. Would you take Kyle Lowry with a top 15 or a top 20 pick right now? Sure. All the NBA players.
Sure.
Skip said he stopped playing.
Absolutely.
Skip,
Yeah, Kyle Lowry?
he's not going top 20.
Yes, he would.
No, he would not.
What do you mean if you put him in the draft right now?
If you said, okay, here are 400 NBA players.
Oh, I thought you meant if you put him in today's...
No, I'm saying here's 400 NBA players currently playing. Take your pick. Go.
15, I don't know. I'd have to put the pencil to that one. I have to figure it out. Top 30? He'd go somewhere in
No, I'm
there.
top 20.
Hey, he's a 5-time All-Star. It's hard to find those.
No, he wasn't, Skip, because guess what? He was the last player. Remember the NBA draft? Who was the last player selected? The only 24. Who was the last player selected, Skip?
When?
This year, when they divvied up teams. LeBron James was the leading vote getter in one conference, and Antetokounmpo, Greek Freak, was the leading vote getter.
Okay.
Who was the last player selected?
I can't remember, but how many total All-Stars are there?
There are 24.
Okay,
and
so
if he was last, what'd that tell you, G?
that he could be top 24. That's pretty
I said
great.
top 20.
Yeah. Well, 24, 20,
No. So is he, hold on. Everybody that gets to the All-Star game are not superstars. Is he a superstar? You can be a star without put that super in front. Those two guys, that one with the NOLA, scratch that. From moving forward, I don't want to see Anthony Davis in anything Pelican. NOLA, Nolans, New Orleans, Zatarans, nothing.
Okay.
Laker gear.
To point out that LaVar Ball was completely correct. He saw this from the start, as did I. Luke Walton never bought into Lonzo Ball. I don't know if he felt it was forced on him, if he didn't like the hype, but right away, what did I keep coming in here pounding the desk about? That Luke would play him for 5 minutes and sit him until 5 minutes were left in the half.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
what are you doing?
Skip, I will concede
and
that
LaVar kept saying, we got to get Luke out of there.
Right.
And guess what? They got Luke out.
Well, it was not soon enough. They've been trying to get Luke out for a minute. Skip, the problem that I struggle with Lonzo and what Lonzo struggled with, as long as the game can get up and down, he's fine.
Yep.
He struggles when you get the game into a half-court set. And the great